Hello there, greetings. Thank you for joining us. Again, this will be uploaded on Sunday. So, as for today, let's see, we'll just leave it open for any thing that needs to come through or the message that is helpful, at least. And let's see, anything else for the moment? Not at this time. I think I said everything I needed to say yesterday and the day before that and the day before that. So, for those that are new to this is ivanteller.com. Still catching up, in the process of catching up on 2 questions that are submitted. I can't see it here, but through the shop, but we're in the process of that. We also have private sessions in the shop. Private sessions are, well, I go through this every time. So this is a calendar of my availability, and this is another quick connections. This is if you want to avoid, if you don't have no luck here, basically. We have Google Hangouts, Skype, Zoom, and channeling by phone, all recorded for you. We also have the shop here, and this is where I'm backed up. I'm probably backed up about a week, something around those lines. I'm going as quickly as possible. I don't know, same old story. You can also sign in to create an account here. That way you can just sign in and quick in and quick out. So I'll be adding other features here eventually, no time soon. Also have the About page. We have, let's see, we have the Jake comic issue 3 is in process right now. And we also have Oracle cards here available. Yeah, issue 3 is going, well, it's available already for reading online. Here, just click on it here. Get the whole thing, and it'll be available on Amazon within a week or so. So, also have Spirit Social. We have Submit a Question, Healing, Past Life Regression. Message from Yeshua, Channel Consulting, 5-minute healing. Spiritual Connections, 1 question from a day, Chakra Healing from a day. Joke Reiki from Miguel, Healing from Nick. And Yosim and her services here. So thank you for your support. We also have the social network. It's in the description down below. We have some pretty interesting submissions here. Down to Earth documentary. And it looks like we have a song here. So cool. I haven't checked these out yet, but definitely welcome those to sign in and see what's going on. We also have Ruflo from Germany. And also we have the better version of Star Wars here, The Last Jedi, if you're interested. It's how it should have ended. It's actually better than the movie. And that is very sad. So I guess they're throwing Star Wars down the drain from what it looks like. This has got to be one, you think this one would have been one of the better ones. It says one of the ones that makes no sense. So anyway, and this is an orb. That's really neat. Yeah. And I'm not sure what that's about. Oh, don't ignore a crying baby. No. Of course, that's why they give us a roof over our heads and feed us. It's hard to shut up. Here we go again. Conspiracy theorists always thinking, nagging for, yeah. Believe me, they are all trying to kill us. All of us. Please listen to me. That's a conspiracy theory. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, that's pretty true. Yeah, it's interesting there. So, all right. So thank you for your support. Yeah, I was not going to go into this, but yeah, it's basically become more aware that we're in a prison, basically, by entities that, well, it's school. It all has a purpose. I guess we're taking the human experience to a whole nother a new low, you can say. Well, a lot of beings don't have personalities like we do, emotions, but they have personalities, maybe not the emotional side. They don't have this type of stress. Of course, I imagine other worlds do have some kind of. Either way, it's still unique here. All experiences are unique, and so they don't want to. Ours was, like I say, we've been in quarantine ever since Atlantis, and when Myria went down, and we kind of made the choice of being pulled into this. Obviously, we need to be taught all. We need to go into this because our souls are looking for more. Uh, Experience our dark side and also experience a further, you know, experience of this world and what the Anunnaki and other beings want us to go through. So it's just it's a test. It's a major one, as you can see, but I do see light at the end of the tunnel as we go, as you become more aware. Because if you're wondering, like, oh yeah, this is. It's like, how can you prove this, that there's aliens here doing this? Well, look at our world. Does it look like we're pretty much enslaved? Pretty much. Well, if you look at, the governments and schools and everything, it's like prison within a prison within a prison. Pretty much prison mentalities. Religion, the money system obviously is to keep us, from trying. I mean, you can, take risks, but of course it'll hurt you financially to keep, so if you're a free thinker, so you're going to say stuff, what's going on. It's like, oh, that guy's crazy. Oh, just no thanks. Just don't support him or you'll lose his job or whatever it might be. And we'll just quiet you down through that. So as long as you're doing what we want, we'll feed you money or whatever it is. Of course, that's not always the case because we have a lot of people that are homeless right now. But either way, especially if you have a lot of power, they can take that power away when you start to realize what's going on here. So it's strange, but yeah, we're under, you can say, quarantine, by positive beings and or low energy beings here that obviously that have been ruling us in some regard, but we have won a lot of fights, I think. And some of you might feel that you're in a fight you're not aware of. Um, but sometimes you get outbursts or strain or just can't sleep or whatever it might be. Most likely there's a lot of activity going around you or you're already feeling it. It's not there just for a reason, no reason. There's reason for everything. As for what that reason is, who knows? It's different for everybody, obviously, but we are going through a grand awakening. It's basically realizing what's here and what's going on does help with healing, inner healing, and not being afraid of, like, a humanoid reptilian or feline person to approach you. That's kind of like what it sounds. I mean, it's like what down. I mean, if we realize more of the manipulations are going to more, yeah, like I said it yesterday. More people say don't believe in any of this, the more that you're in the system, obviously. So the more you let go of the more of you are just open mind. Yeah, just gotta think. Yeah, more if we have an open mind, quicker we get out of this. It's like, so when you see people aren't ready, I guess they just need to experience the third dimensional cabal, whatever you want to call it. Because I think once you start realizing what's going on, well, I'm already experiencing it, but for others, you start to just connect to all kinds of insanity. So, of course, some people bring ego into it and all that nonsense. I'm not sure what's the point of all that, but it's a learning process. Everybody learns differently. But yeah, I think connecting to ghosts, that's great. I mean, people don't ever believe in ghosts. Yeah, it's like, geez, like, never, I don't know when they're like. I mean, it's funny. It's like, well, I guess because this program is working for them, so it's easy to follow it. I'm getting everything I want. I have money. I have this. Da, 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 da. What are you talking about? Aliens running the planet, and we're just a big ass experiment. Well, it's more than that. I mean, we're growing, and now it's. I mean, we weren't supposed to fully open up until, well, I don't think so. I mean, we're supposed to be part of the University of Earth until 2012, and then things started opening up. It's time for us to. Of course, you can open up before then, but we've now. I mean, I'm not saying that there's going to be like your. I mean, who knows? The more people awaken, the more you'll start seeing stuff and have a more understanding of it. It's just, I mean, are you okay seeing insectoids walking around? I mean, like big ones. Are you okay with all that? So that's what. I mean, really, that's really all it comes down to. It's like, are you okay with all that? Because then you'll just, I mean, through your third eye, you'll probably get some indication something's here. But if you're cool with weird, uh, and more people become like that, because you look at our, like school shootings, I said all this. It's like we're just going to keep doing these cycles until we start to wake up, clear out the manipulations, and the cabal only has so much power. But we're already giving it to them, obviously. But when you give into the manipulation, that feeds them. And when you realize what's going on, even some other conspiracy theorists that don't talk about aliens, they say it's got to be aliens, because like this is messed up. Because yeah, it pretty much is. But it's positive ones here too. So just look at the positive way, and you'll get yourself your aliens or whatever it is that you need to experience. But yeah, I'm not sure how this is all going to go down, but like I said, more people realize that all this insanity is not crazy at all. Yeah, it's just like you just gotta digest all of this. Basically, it's simple. I mean, even I've been doing this for a while. It's like before I started channeling, it's like I know something's not right here. I don't know what it is. It's like it's been blocked. It's like some people connect to the alien stuff really. I connected to it through writings and stuff. I never really looked into it. And then before I started channeling, it's like I guess now is the time for me to start doing it. And then I was like, I don't know, it's weird because I've heard about it a while ago. I never really got into exploring it. I had plenty of time to do that, but apparently now is the time of it's all connected to the main timeline of awakeningness. It's all just yeah, so it's like the main timeline basically. We're on a positive timeline. We're also on an awakening timeline. So just if you're okay with weirdness, whatever alien it is, because some people connect to stuff that's a two-headed alien or whatever, or just angels, that's okay too. Obviously, for an angelic world, I think some people would much rather that than a two-headed beast. But the aliens are very connected to us. Not to say the spirit world isn't either, but it's all connected to us. Uh, as for seeing angels, I'm not sure how. Well, eventually that too. I'm not sure how that works exactly, but either way, if you're ready for all of this, it's patience, but it's also dice. It's also a mental game. It's like, are you gonna? I mean, it's an I can exercise. What I'm getting recently, it's like, are you going to be okay to see these beings here, like a Nordic being, like just appear out of nowhere? Are you going to be okay with that, or insectoid or feline or a gray? Are you going to be all right with all that? That helps with our ascension. It just some are just they're so ready. They're like crying. It's like they're so ready, and I understand that. That sucks, but realize those that are super open. You're helping it. You're helping the ascension. Just your energy here. It just there's more to it, obviously, but you are everyone here is assisting, even those that don't believe in any of this stuff. The thing is, we're all just a bunch of nut jobs. They're all part of. We're learning from them, and we're all learning from each other, no matter what. I'm not sure how it all works, but we're all just intertwined into it. We might call it crazy right now, but 100 years from now, when we start to open up this awareness here, it'd be like, yeah, duh, of course. It's like, because they're not going to show themselves. They can't. Like the Illuminati is not going to show themselves. because yeah, people were. I saw something. Yeah, the documentary I was going to post or something I heard about. Yeah, there. But this is. I think this is on other documentaries I've heard of about Illuminati being hunted down, and now of course they obviously going to keep that name hidden. Of course, it's on our dollar bill and stuff, and the Statue of Liberty, and on and on and on. So, of course, it's a little bit more difficult to do that. I imagine it still happens, though, here and there. You just don't hear about it. But I imagine somewhere. But yeah, the alien beings can't show themselves. It's them, it's us. I mean, we have our warning processes. We have to warn, through we're coming out of the coma, and they can't just drop a reptilian in front of us, as awesome as that might be. I mean, we got guns here. We're all crazy. We're all on whatever kind of subscription drugs. So more open mindedness uh, will help eventually. I believe it will clear out manipulations. Yeah, it might drive you crazy for a little bit, but there's nothing to be afraid of. Yeah, there's a lot of strangeness here, that's for sure. I mean, look at the animals here. I said this over and over again, but look at the animals here. Everyone seems to be okay with that. You get cats, you got dogs, and all look free. Crocodile, all weird. So that all just showed it. We all just sort of just got here on our own. Just happened. No. So and you're okay with that. So what about all of them? Just like you know, they just walk around like us instead. So that's what we're adjusting to, basically. It's all just adjustment, mental adjustment. Is this stuff going to, I mean, when they do video of this stuff, people don't believe it. And it's probably some of it is real, some of it obviously is fake. It's hard to decipher it sometimes when you get video. Sometimes you can feel it, sometimes you can't. Some people can really pick up on it, et cetera, et cetera. Of course, anyway, enough of that. But eventually it will be on news, but I don't know what. Obviously, they got it all sort of figured out. They're going to be, I imagine they're going to make their appearances here and there over time. As for how they're going to do it, it's another story. Um, Eventually, I'm not sure, and we're making progress, but it's people calling us crazy about connecting to aliens and all of that, but yet they're in the program and enslavement of Anunnaki and all those, and they seem to be okay with that. So, well, more power to you. It's like, yeah, they call it life, and it's actually prison. So that's pretty. I don't know. That's pretty sophisticated there. They call it, oh yeah, I gotta go to a job, I gotta do this and all. It's like, wait a minute, am I a slave or not? It's like, wait a minute, if I am a slave, so who's the one enslaving us? Well, they're not going to show themselves, obviously. So, but eventually they will. I mean, it's more fun not to show yourself too. I mean, there are realities where they do, like reptilians are just laughing at her, sorry ass humans in our prison city. So, and there have been sightings of them here and there. Somebody believes in it. You see it through your third eye. You see all of this stuff. So, all like David Icke had this, like he's here for a mission to, tell people that's what's important. They're talking about reptilians. Of course, it's not so the friendlier one. It's not the friendly ones, but at least he got everybody's attention, didn't he? There's just a bigger picture out there. That's all. There's our alien wars here. There's all kinds of stuff. A lot of the lower energies want to hold on to us because they're just having a blast. That's all going to come to an end eventually. But yeah, I don't know. Is there going to be sightings in the skies? Probably no time soon, but I believe it will happen eventually. Might see a big tarantula in the sky climbing a building or something. I don't know. They're already showing mantis, and it's like, how can you fake that? I guess you can, sort of, but not. Some stuff you just can't fake. So they have the Alien Bob, the Zeta that's online. That looks pretty real. They're not that good at CG. It feels real, looks real. So and there's other stuff out there, of course. It's just hard to decipher it, but yeah. But eventually we're going to go through we're going to see the real deal eventually. Just when is hard to say. But we're not saying all this for no reason. Is that look at your life, look at health, look at all this stuff. It's like this place is insane. Doesn't make any sense. No, because it's a laboratory basically. I mean, we're learning a lot. It's just where we're heading is freedom. As for when, I'm not sure. Can you prove all this? Like the alien presence here? Well, well, hopefully, eventually. Well, we never know. Our technology came out of nowhere. You can say we're not that smart. I mean, I believe now this is before I even connected to all of this. I felt aliens gave us the technologies that we're currently with today. They've through Germany, through World War II, and they found other ways of sneaky ways to get it through to us. Not just through downloads, but through the plat projects and stuff like that. They found ways to get it to us. So they're taking this is a big deal. This is all this awakening process. It's exciting and also very bizarre. It's like we're talking about all this, and it's like seeing it's crazy. It's like when you look at it, it's not that crazy. Not really. I mean, you get when you connect to your own abilities, it's not that crazy. I mean, the idea is to clear out negativity so you can have some kind of peace. Obviously, it's hard to have full peace, obviously, but we're looking for answers, right? Yeah, I got kind of a download, yes and no. Obviously, they're not going to give us all the details of how we ended up here and all of this. I mean, from what, yeah, it felt like through download, the reptilians got here first, and then I'm not sure what occurred as for. I believe there were reptilian beings. I mean, we were intended to be a reptilian world, and it's never really clear of what occurred in the past, but there have been several wars in the past of I believe the earth has been destroyed 3 times, maybe more. I'm feeling really 3. So if it's been destroyed 3 times, human the feline has been very, because they're part of our hybrid race of the feline. The reptilians lost the war. There was them intended to be reptilians here. Well, I think it's also the way they took the planet. They took it over, and it's just like, I know it's weird. I'm never get a full indication of how all this works. Obviously, knowing astral and spirit, but here it's never really. I'm never. Of course, I don't really connect to it constantly, but there are different timelines people can connect to, and they say, "Oh, it's this or it's that." Yeah, but there's different timelines that coincide with it. It's never really a clear indication. Of course, I can do a channeling on it, but a lot of the beings kind of, don't worry about it. Well, because what matters most is our soul healing. Does it matter what aliens eat and what are they doing? I mean, some people, yes. What matters most is that we heal our souls, and we have no school shootings, and no taxes, and everything else. The idea is to heal the soul. That's top priority. To recognize the soul, heal the soul, and obviously there's other channels on YouTube to heal problems, heal this, heal that, which is good. But the idea is to heal the soul, find peace, so we can move on to the next level. Obviously, nobody's going to be perfect, but can handle your issues in a way that, you can move to the next level. Nothing's going to be perfect, obviously, but just inner peace is probably A1. Inner peace. No, you still have your difficulties, but inner peace, you live with your difficulties, work to improve them, to not have, you work through your problems. The idea is to have more awareness of who's here. The insanity and humanoid canines walking around with their, or person walking their dog is a humanoid canine. You just don't remember. So that all that stuff is or your dog used to be your boyfriend, another incarnation, or girlfriend, or yada yada yada. You know what I mean? So all that's, yeah, it's all just, oh, that's not real, blah blah blah. Well, why not? Because what we got here is not very. Yeah, it's like it took away all the fun from this world. It gave us football, I guess, but they took away a lot of our freedoms and a lot of our powers. And the idea is to retake it all back. How to do that is peace, open mindedness, peace, and I wouldn't worry about the disinfo. There's always going to, I mean, are you finding peace? Then screw it. It's like, as long as you have peace of mind, because disinfo is really there to cause aggravation. If you have information that cause drama, that's probably not good. But just have peace with yourself, peace with the information. Peace, I think, will help you help us into the next level. So what I keep getting also, it's like, why am I not seeing these? Not to say I really need to, or anybody else, because you're like, okay, now I can't focus on my life. It's probably a blessing not to be able to see everybody around. But I'm also getting that people aren't ready. I'm not ready. Our mission is not to see them yet, but we're working towards it. I mean, we're ready, but it's not time yet. You know what I mean? It's like, for those that are ready, it's like, you're ready. For those that are ready, you're ready. But is the world ready for that? Well, we're talking about it. It's here. It's other places. That's a big deal. So I guess we're getting ready. So I'm not sure where all this is going. I'll just seen as the most craziest person, and everybody else out there, or just be seen as completely insane, which is fine. I don't have to hurt anybody. I don't have to put any spells on anybody. It's like, no, I've seen people that do that, and they wonder why they have all these problems in their lives. Well, it's not. I mean, you can put positive spells on people, but when you're doing other stuff, because you can, a positive healing, basically, a spell, basically that's what it is. Positive vibration, like a healing, basically. A spell caster is like a spell of happiness or something. I don't know how that works, but of course, there's people that do cast spells, and they do stuff that's to harm others, like curses and stuff like that, and they wonder why their lives are on a wreck. Sure, I wonder why, but that's fine. It's their learning process. At least one person I've known have done that. It's weird. So either way, that came up to mind because we're in a weird world, and you might run into that. Most likely not, but you never know. Yeah, it's all connected to energies. Why we're in quarantine. Well, we gave it. Well, yeah, I'm not giving a full answer. Other people would probably connect to it, but the felines are very much involved with our evolution. Arcturians. It's like this world was not. I mean, this world's for everybody, you can say, and the reptilians kind of took it for themselves. That's what I'm gathering. I don't think it was ever intended for reptilians to rule over or have the heaviest. But obviously, they have the heavy presence here because they're manipulating the hell out of us. But it was always it was supposed to be a seed. It is a seed planet, so all Arcturians and everybody could come here and do their business, you can say. And as for why the human came about, why we're here, why it's, I mean, the only thing I don't get a clear answer. It's not something I think about a lot, but for some reason I feel like bringing it up right now. It's just, humans are still evolving in the universe. And so we're evolving, we're assisting humanity to evolve. And there's no wrong answer on how it evolves. So they're just kind of interested to see what, we went into darkness. And so to see where we go, what we're going to do with it. So it's an experiment. It's strengthening the souls. Obviously, there's other worlds like Archon and everybody else. It's a weird. How can these beings? Well, we gave into these beings to let them do what they're doing a long time ago. So obviously, you come in through spirit, coming here, you know what you're getting into. Of course, you think you're insane, and well, this world's insane. So that was the whole point. To perfect fast. You could probably perfect in this lifetime faster than, yeah, because these Arcturians and Palladians, they're at a high density. How fast do they really learn? They don't have many problems, really. I mean, if they're dealing with us, they got problems. But if you're a 5D, how many problems do you have? So, I mean, how much you guys are, everybody's at peace with each other. How many problems? I mean, how much problems do you have? So here, this is like problem central here on this world. So this is how we're, the more problems you got, the stronger you become, faster you perfect, on and on and on. So it's just, it's a strange reality we live in, for sure. So, all right. Yeah, that just seemed to come in for this whole ancient world. So I'm still not getting like a clear indication of humanity, the origins of why. I guess others have probably picked up on different versions of it. I never get any real significant reason. I mean, my energy of that is just, it was always intended for us to evolve more. So, and reptilians came in, did their thing, and then that had a war, and then here we are. So, all right. Yeah, I'm getting tired as usual. I think I'll be have enough energy tonight, but never seems to work. I need like a 2 months off or 6 months off. So, all right, blessings, and let's see, bring in somebody to bring in some clarity, not necessarily on that subject, but any subject of human assistance. So, all right, blessings. Here we go. I am Lucifer. Blessings to you. As your soul evolves to a peak where you feel as you no longer need to go through great hardship. Because many of you are not realizing you do have an endpoint to hardship and where everything turns around. You have seen this time and again with those of great difficulties, and all of a sudden their lives spin around. Or there are others who have everything going for them, and then their life spins around. They have great difficulties. Everyone learns at a different process, and you are doing this through higher self vibrations. As a third dimensional human, it becomes difficult to bring in a healing to get you out of those situations as you are steering through your goal. And the idea is to not leave your goal, your mission. So why some are continue to have pain, suffering, that is your mission. There is not everything is going to be revealed, because that will spoil your teachings. The idea is to live through a situation. Is it through having a bad heart, a mental illness, a dysfunction of the body? That is your mission. There's much more to it, though. It's what you make of it, how you grow. What do you do when you experience these things? Because you don't have these in spirit. What are your belief systems? Your belief systems brings you wherever you want to go because you have your free will. You come here with a set of goals to experience, and it's not for us to take you out of those goals when you ask us 1,000 times to take you out of it, as you are there to christen your spirit. And even tell us to not listen to you, at least your human self, when you're going through this pain, because the pain is there for a reason. Poverty is there for a reason. Poverty, yes, there's many levels of that, of course. You'd be surprised. Yes, through health, there's very difficulty, but those that are homeless, you'd be surprised how mentally some of them can think clearly and stress-free, how many of them are stress-free. Not all of them, of course, but some of them, not all, would much rather be on the street than living the robotic lives as most people are living at this time. At least they have freedom. It might not be perfect, but then again, what is? We'd be surprised how many blessings they bring to themselves also. Food, whatever. It depends on how they want to live their lives, of course. If you want to live in negativity, you attract negativity. If you want to live in positivity, you attract positivity. In any situation, everyone's different. So there's no real one answer for everyone as a whole. Yes, you can all pull from information, yes. But what is going on in your life is there for a reason. Where you live, who you're around, it's all there for your soul development. If you want it there for a short time or a long time, is up to you. While you bring people in your lives and you always push them away if you no longer need it, it's all done for a reason. Your soul had enough of that experience. As for why some bring souls into their lives that are just terrible for them, is because they have not learned enough from that person, so they continue that cycle. As some of you are aware, through abuse and other situations, usually psychological, but you understand. Why are you around this abusive relationship? Always, because they have not learned enough from that. As many of you will probably know, they have not learned, so they keep doing it. Well, that's true. It is so true. You are also figuring out the soul here. In a third dimensional environment, this is a big deal. As a third dimensional human, finding your fourth dimensional self is not taken lightly. That is huge. This is where you're heading. Now, there's no wrong answer if you don't connect to that. You're not wrong at all. You're just not ready for it. But you're in a world where it's happening, and that's very powerful. So it also gives souls a choice if they want to come back into this world to experience a third dimensional world going into fourth. Some just, when they leave this world, it's like, wow, did I miss all that? So they were right, and your human self did not see it. But that's okay, because yes, you're all playing a character on this planet, and you're the human character. Your spiritual character has all the knowledge. You have multiple lifetimes, you're all busy, basically, enjoying every minute of it. When you come here, all of that closes off, but not entirely. Some close it off completely because they're here to be human, and that is it, which is good. But some of you are, yes, in the ascension process to go much further. Not to say others are not going, they're just going into a different experience pattern. So you're all experiencing differently, however you want to bring it, however you want to color it. What matters most is you are perfecting what you wish to perfect. You can think whatever you want, all of you can. What is right for you? What brings the energy? Because someone to live in their own world. That person is a liar. That person is telling the truth. Even if you're wrong about all of that, that is the world you want to live in. That can be very confusing, as you can see. You're not all supposed to agree with everything. You're all living in your own world. And you find someone else that sees the same thing. So individually, you're all living your own realities. And then you find someone that sees a reality that's similar to yours, and so of course you're going to be attracted to that. So this is how you're all living on your own planet, your own universe, however you want to look at it. This is how you learn. There's not really a wrong answer. It's what you say is right and what is wrong. Yes, there is negative energies here. And some of those negative energies are done at a high vibrational way, meaning the negativity is very intense. Yes, that can be changed. As for the school shootings on your planet, that can be changed also. Notice how that, yes, that shooter did not, yes, commit suicide. He stayed here. He's here to be healed. He's here to be a healer also. First, he needs to be healed, and heal those that were his victims. So realize he is looking forgiveness, but also to forgive himself, forgiveness from others also. Yes, that's a major test there. It is a testing of the soul. Realize also bloodshed is part of your world. It is becoming less and less, but it's still very much part of your planet. That's gone unreported, as many of you are aware. Abuse has gone unreported. Realize you heal a situation like that. You constantly healing to make sure, well, depending on what you want to experience, but the less negativity on your world. If that's your goal, you can achieve it. Obviously, that's not everyone's goal. They don't know how to achieve it. But now is the time to achieve a more positive planet, and that is individually. No matter your differences, is to love the person no matter how they look at the world. It's not an easy one to have less hate, more love for yourself, for others. This is how you change your planet. Yes, there will be situations like this of what happened in Florida, yes. Until the soul of humanity realize what is going on within. Clear out the manipulators, yes. Find the heart of each other. Because realize you turn on your heart. Some of you, yes, think you are, but not really. There's a great negativity and manipulations going through societies constantly. It is hard to find honesty among each other, isn't it? Because of the manipulating energies. You'd be surprised. Because everyone's in their own little cubicle on this planet. Most are. Community is not easy on your world. It will eventually. Blessings to you. All right, blessings.